Welcome, fellow creators. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of AI with Microsoft Copilot? Join us as we dive into the future of technology, where your ideas take flight and your potential knows no bounds. Get ready to soar on the wings of innovation. This is the journey where you co-pilot the digital revolution. Buckle up. We're going live in three, two, one.
And I am muted this entire time. Oh my gosh.
Live
Okay,
streaming. Got to
let's
love
try
it.
this again. Welcome to Content Creators Connect. Here we are all about encouraging the three C's, connecting with others via video, content development that builds your personal brand, and creators sharing their experiences despite their distance.
My friends, today the C3 team member that is leading this evening is Kevin, also known as ClasicMac to his online community. He is a strong advocate for finding low-cost tools to help you in your live streaming journey.
Now, before we get into our wonderful discussion about Microsoft Copilot, I have a couple questions for you guys. First of all, have you heard of Microsoft Copilot? Because I know there's a lot of chatter out there. And if so, what are your initial impressions or expectations? And then number two, what specific features or functionalities are you most interested in exploring with Microsoft Copilot? And how do you envision them helping your daily activities? Let's start with you, Dori.
Well, first, let me take myself off mute. So, to answer your first question, yes, I have heard of Microsoft Copilot, mostly from you and Manny in conversations we've had behind the scenes, and also notifications that have been popping up on my desktop computers in my lab at school. So, I, as you know, I'm a Mac girl in my personal life. I do, however, use Microsoft on my Mac machines. So I am really interested to see how Copilot compares specifically to ChatGPT because I'm not going to lie, I'm a lover of some ChatGPT. And I'm really interested to hear about maybe some of these hidden features that it has within it, and how it integrates with the Microsoft suite of applications. What about you, Manny?
I've definitely heard of Microsoft Copilot. I have zero experience using it. But like you, Dory, I've heard so much about it from this Kevin and another good buddy of mine, Kevin. He's all about this Microsoft Copilot. He shared with me some images, some AI images that he did, and I was actually blown away. And so that has been my initial impression of this. I can't give any personal, but as Kevin, as you know, I've been asking, like, hey, Kevin, you've mentioned this a few times. Be great to hear about it through our Sunday night training. So thank you so much for jumping on this because I hear so much about this. And when it comes to ChatGPT, which we're all familiar with, I continue to hear that this is a big deal in doing what that is capable of and then some. So that's been my personal experience with it. My friends, if this is the type of content that you like to see more of, please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you get notified whenever we go live. Take it away, Kevin.
All right. Well, thank you for that input. And yeah, definitely there are some sort of unique hidden features within Microsoft Copilot that I think both of you are going to really, really like. So why don't we just dive on in? All right. So yeah, we're going to talk about some more AI tools because everybody loves that AI goodness. It's always nice to be able to have something that does the work for you, especially all those little menial tasks that you really don't want to do. But to have something or somebody sort of rack your brain and say exactly what you want to say without you having to put the brain power in behind to actually say it. So what we're going to go through today, what is Microsoft Copilot? What are some of the capabilities of Copilot? And Copilot and how it integrates into Microsoft 365, which is all of those Microsoft suites that you were talking about, Dori. We're going to definitely go into some detail about that. And then sort of where the future of Microsoft Copilot is going. And finally, a demonstration. We're going to be playing with it so you can actually see what kind of goodness that it actually offers. So first of all, what is Microsoft Copilot? Well, it's a conversational chat interface developed by Microsoft, an AI-powered productivity tool. It's designed to be your everyday AI companion. So very similar to ChatGPT, but a little bit extra, as you're going to see when we go through our demo. And some of the capabilities of Microsoft Copilot. Can search for specific information, live and current information, which is a sort of key, one of the key differences between ChatGPT 3.5 and Microsoft Copilot. Copilot actually goes and gets that information from the internet that's current. It can generate text such as emails and summaries. It can create images based on text prompts that you write. And in our demo, I have a great little prompt that I think the both of you are really going to enjoy. So here we are, Microsoft Copilot and Microsoft 365. So enhanced writing skills. Copilot coordinates with the large language models and can provide real-time intelligent assistance, enhance user creativity, productivity, and skills. And how it actually integrates into the Microsoft 365 suite, Microsoft Word. It integrates and actually has a button on Word for you to actually hit that Copilot, and it can generate text with or without formatting in new and existing documents. Like, for instance, you can say, write me an essay on the history of the Roman Empire, and it will spew out multiple pages of all the history with references as well, which I find really, really cool, so that you can verify the accuracy of the information. And then next, PowerPoint. You can create a new presentation from a prompt, and this is where the integration comes in key, or from a Microsoft Word file. So now you can take that Microsoft Word document that you wrote on the Roman Empire, put it into PowerPoint, and boom, it creates a PowerPoint presentation for you. So that is one of the things that I have used at work. We are lucky enough to be able to have one of the paid versions. And just to let you know that it is a subscription model, but there is a free version for you to be able to go and play with it, which I find is really, really cool. Excel, and I've heard very mixed things about Excel and Copilot. You can get suggestions for formulas, chart types, and insights about data in your spreadsheet. However, it has to be a smaller set of data. I've seen some other YouTubers talk about it, and it's basically, I think it's about 50,000 data points and under that it works well. Otherwise, it just sort of gets hung up. So that's something I know Microsoft probably will be working on. But if you want to use it, it will be able to analyze the data that you have and put it into a different format that may be more visually appealing as opposed to just a table of numbers. And then Outlook. Get coaching tips and suggestions and clarity, sentiment, and tone. You can actually use Copilot to draft up an email. Say, for instance, you're doing a proposal for some sort of company. You can ask it in a professional tone or a conversational tone and send it and have it create your email for you, so that all you have to do is enter in the data of the names and the name of the company as well. So it is such a useful tool with the integration between all of this. And like if you did do a proposal as well and wanted to do like a cover email, you can take that Word document where the proposal was and say, based on this Word document, draft an engaging and uh, an engaging email to the CEO of the company about this proposal. So it takes all the information from that Word document and puts it into a succinct format on your email that you can send, which I think takes up or will save you a ton of time rather than trying to draft something from scratch. So I find that is a definite selling feature of Microsoft Copilot because it integrates so well with the Microsoft products. And sort of the future of Microsoft Copilot as well. It's still changing and developing fast as AI changes every single day, every single hour, so as it seems. So the backend technology and interfaces are continuously evolving to be very, very useful for the end user. So, are you ready? To see it in action. Let's go play. So, how do you get to Copilot? It is actually very simple in a web browser and suggestion of using Microsoft Edge as opposed to Google Chrome, because if you sign into Microsoft Edge, if you happen to have a Microsoft account, it will take that account and then you will be able to just dive right into all the features of Microsoft Copilot. So I'm signed into my browser with my account and signed into Copilot with my account as well. And just as a disclaimer, um, I if you don't have a Microsoft account, you can go and create one for free. But myself, I do have a subscription to Microsoft 365. I received a discount through my employer and have just kept it up over the years. So, and it works out to be about $11 a month, which is not a huge, huge expense if you are looking at getting a paid version. So let's take a look at the actual web page and see what you can do here. So here on Copilot, your everyday AI companion. And then down at the bottom is where you enter your prompt. So similar to ChatGPT, this is where you use your conversational skills of what you would like it to create. So if we actually just scroll on the left-hand side, you can actually choose a conversational style as well. You can make it more creative, more balanced, or more precise if you wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty. So right now, I'm just going to leave it at a more balanced setting. So yeah, whenever you want a new topic, just that blue button at the bottom is where you press. And if you see over here, this is where the fun is. You have your chats, and then these are the different Copilot GPTs. You have the regular Copilot. You also have a designer where you can actually enter in text to convert it a into a picture, and it uses Dolly for creating the picture. Next, personal shopper. So if you are looking to go shopping or have some questions, like for instance, what hair care products work well with frizzy hair? If you happen to have one of those days, it will actually give you a prompt, and we'll go through some of these as well. A vacation planner. So if you wanted to attend something overseas, it would actually look at, okay, when is the date of that event? How do you get there? Including flights and hotels and transportation to get there. So to have that in one assistant as opposed to going to multiple websites, that's a time saver in itself. And this, I know, Manny, one of your clients may be interested in, the cooking assistant. Find recipes, create meal plans, and get cooking tips and tricks. So I've got a few different prompts that we're going to do for each one of these. And then the last one here is a fitness trainer. So help design exercise program, educate on nutrition, health, and wellness. So there's a ton of information just in this genre alone, but to have it integrated into an AI assistant right at your fingertips, that is time saving. It's so useful. So, and then here underneath are your recent topics that you've entered, or chats as they call them. So why don't we go right to the designer? And let's do a fun prompt. Let's say, create a picture of a purple donkey dressed in a Star Wars costume running along a river. And rather than just a picture, we're going to do a cartoon picture. And you have up to 4,000 characters to do your description in the chat. So now it's going to start doing its work and start to create and connecting with Dolly to be able to create the image of a purple donkey decked out in a Star Wars costume running alongside a river. And I like the little humor and smile that it puts afterwards. I hope it brings a smile to your face and adds a bit of whimsy to your day. It's like, how freaking cool are those pictures? Like I said, it's powered by Dolly. And what I like about this, it actually gives some suggestions of what you want to do to further this picture. So I'm going to say, can you put the donkey in a Chewbacca costume? So now it's going to take that additional information and will add it in to the picture and will recreate the similar picture, but he's going to be in a Chewbacca costume this time. And it does take a bit of time depending how busy the servers actually are. So it may not be instantaneous, but for what it does is absolutely amazing. So here we are. So let's grab this one. And underneath, you have the original, and then you can change it into pixel art, watercolor, block print, steampunk, claymation, art deco, low poly, or origami. So they have different styles built into the tool itself. So let's see if there is a difference between this and we'll click on pixel art and let it go. And then I'm actually going to add a different prompt once we get this pixel art up and running as well. So kind of looks like an old 8-bit video game that you have there. So if we say that, yeah, looks good, or you have the option to undo. So actually I'm going to say undo and say, please put some Ewoks on the side of the river cheering the donkey. So now it takes this picture and will now integrate some Ewoks on the side of the river cheering the purple donkey in the Chewbacca costume running down the river. And in those prompts, you can also put the different styles as well. Oh, and look at that. Those just amazing, the quality of pictures that you get from that. So rather than using Dolly on its own and going to that website and creating it, it's built right into Copilot. So I think that is such a great, great feature to have and have that accessible and at your fingertips. And then all you have to do, you can click it. And if you like it, you can download it. And then edit in Designer or download. So just going to click downloading and boom, it's downloaded to your computer. And what I've also noticed with this, as soon as you go to a different GPT and you go back, unless you've actually saved this, it disappears. So the prompt that you put, it's going to, if you want to recreate it, you have to go through the whole process again, unless you have your recent ones on the side. But I found that was very interesting, and doing some more research into it on certain plans, that it actually does not keep that information up in the cloud. It actually is gone and your privacy is intact. So whatever you create, definitely either copy or save or share it before you actually move on, because you may not be able to get that original picture back. So, but let's head on over to the rest of the different GPTs here. So now we're going to jump over to the personal shopper, and we were just in Designer. So now if we go back to Designer, that is gone. So now we have to recreate and re-enter those prompts. So yeah, the personal shopper. So let's do something that's appropriate to our group. So let's 5 different budget-friendly, my favorite word, microphones. So now it's going to actually go onto the internet current, like right now, and go and get some budget-friendly microphones available to you. And it actually gives the explanation about the prices. And what I like about this, if you are learning, or if you notice at the bottom, these are all linked to different websites as well. So you can actually click on it, go to that site to verify the information on it. So this one was producerhive.com and buyer guides. So it's not the Shure website, it is somebody else providing a guide on that particular microphone. And once again, Producer Hive, giving an explanation about this particular one. So you can actually click on it and it will go to that website on that particular item. And then, of course, you have the ads section. If you are just looking to see an actual picture and want to go and take a look at them, Amazon will jump right in. And because I'm in Canada, Amazon.ca. This is the interesting one. Actually, let's go back up here. If you go into the plugin section here, you notice that there are different options that you can have here, including Kayak to be able to help with your travel plans as well. And like Open Table to get a restaurant, and Shop, you can turn that on. And then Suno, you can actually, this is something I'm going to do in just a little bit. So let's go back to the chats. This is going to be fun. Like I was saying, if you wanted to attend a certain event, it would actually pull that event up. But for a vacation plan, let's see. I want to, or how can I hold a koala in Australia? So now it actually takes a look at all the different ways that the public can actually do that. So it gives all the legalities of it, the regulations, the permits. But now it's like, I want to plan a trip to Australia. To hold koalas. So then you take a look and see what kind of options are up here as well. So once again, it's just a matter of entering in the information and letting the AI assistant do its work. And yeah, it just may or may not be as quick due to how many people are actually working on the server. So what we're actually doing here is a live demo as well. So yeah, it tells you what state to you want to go to, and then select a sanctuary or a zoo to go to, and then the best time to visit and the travel requirements, and then book your experience. So I find that is so cool. And once again, we haven't even left Copilot. We haven't gone to other websites to find out this information. It's all done within that AI. And then the cooking assistant. So this is, like I said to Manny, this is something some of your clients might be interested in. So I'm just going to list 3 recipes, if I could spell, that I can make using jasmine rice, because I have a bit of jasmine rice I need to use. And then once again, it goes out to the internet and finds out some different recipes that use jasmine rice, and gives a little bit of an explanation about it. Known for its fragrant aroma and slightly sticky texture, making it a great choice for a variety of dishes. So you can make some yellow jasmine rice, Thai basil chicken, one pot spicy vegetable rice. And once again, it's simple to prepare, and then boom, it gives you a hyperlink to a recipe, to a website that has the recipe on it itself. All right, and then just the last GPT before we start to wrap things up here, the fitness trainer. And why don't we just say, what are some good, healthy meals that I can prepare? And then once again, it goes and finds out these different recipes from different websites, and we'll give a link to those websites to figure out what kind of food that may interest you. So it'll give you, once again, the location of the websites there at the bottom, so you can actually go and check it out for accuracy. And of course, the ad section will give you links to various cookbooks as well. And then look, some other types of pictures with the meals there as well, from ifoodreal.com, from 40 Aprons, and Sweet Peas and Saffron, and just an easy click away. And then to wrap this up, and I think because of the version that I have, I don't have the extended version where it's sort of unlimited requests. The one thing I wanted to do is I want to see if, because I was playing with this a lot yesterday and I may have used up all of my eligibility, but you can actually create music here as well. So create a song with lyrics about content creators connect. And I'll see, do I have, or is it going to time me out? We are going to get lucky here. Looks like it's actually going to create it. So now what it does is it's created a song with all the lyrics there. And what I was doing when I was doing my testing, I think it's about 1 minute long. I don't think you can go above that unless you pay for a specific type of plan. So, but what you actually have the lyrics here, and what it's doing, it's actually creating the music for it. So we're just going to wait here for a couple of seconds. It should take less than a minute. And then it's actually going to create MP4 file where you can actually create, or you can actually listen to the music that it just created. And because I wasn't very specific in the type of music, I'm very curious to see what kind of song this is going to be. Where you can use like an EDM or a pop music or jazz or R&B for that. And to get this to work, I'm actually going to have to, unfortunately, download this. There we go. So that I can put it into my software, and it's called Making Waves. So let me just throw this in here. Okay, and let us have a listen.
In this digital world, we're chasing dreams, creating content, breaking the scenes. From bedroom vlogs to high budget shows, we're all connected wherever we go. We're the ones making waves in this online scene. Creators unite from you to me. Diverse voices building bridges with every click. Content creators connect, making a mark brick by brick.
And like I had said before, that it's about a 1 minute type of length of song. But for AI to actually create that, That is freaking amazing. And once again, that was made with Suno, and that is integrated into Microsoft Copilot. So Microsoft has worked together with a ton of these different AI platforms so that they can bring it all into one AI assistant. So basically, it's a one stop shop for you to create music, to create pictures, to create text, to it's such an amazing tool, and it's all integrated to all the different Microsoft products as well. So, with that, I am so very curious to hear what Dori and Manny have to say with regards to what did you learn about Microsoft Copilot today?
Whoa. Yeah. Manny and I are both like, yeah. So I saw Manny was dropping questions like crazy in the chat. So was I. So we have a lot to discuss, but I don't even know where to begin with which of the features I was most surprised about. I have to tell you, I opened it up and I was messing around with some stuff while you were doing things just to see what, like me throwing a prompt in. Actually put your prompt in to see if it would generate something that looked similar or if I would get a more like original response. And I have to say that I did not get the exact same thing that you did, which is absolutely amazing. Like, I love that. I have to tell you though, that song thing is crazy cool. Like, you can make your own. I can sum up my musical ability in my pinky. Now, my husband, on the other hand, genius when it comes to music. But
Yeah,
like, to create your own jingle, that's crazy.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, like I have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna let Manny jump in, give his thoughts, and then maybe we can move to discussing like some of the specifics.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That was awesome. So here's the thing. This is crazy timing that you did this. As you guys know, I've entered into a new partnership with franchising, and what they use is Microsoft 365. So I already got a free now pro account or whatever it is. So thank you so much for introducing this. I already went over there and started playing with it and giving it some prompts, kind of the same prompts that I did with Canva. And I was loving these prompts the images that it was giving me back. So great timing on that. I love how the long thing that we've known, Microsoft Excel, Word, all that stuff. I love how Copilot, you can give it prompts and it can easily integrate with all of those tools, if I heard you correctly. Is that right?
Yeah.
That was one thing that really caught my attention is how cohesive between the two. And then boom, you already got documents, you already got spreadsheets, you already got, because with ChatGPT you have to then do a lot of copy and pasting. You're
Yeah.
saying that like this integrates with it as I dive deeper, because obviously I barely even thought of much. I just like, oh, I see this, what he's talking about, and clicked on it and ran a prompt. So that was awesome. Now, do you get to keep that song now? Is that like you have the rights, or how does that work?
Yeah, because it was 100% created by you. You can download it and you can use it, and there's no copyright infringements because it was generated from scratch. And once again, if I put that prompt in, I'm going to get a totally different song, different words. So, yeah, once you have created it, you can download it and use it as you wish.
I'm definitely using that a lot more from day to day forward. So thank you. Great timing.
All
That's nuts.
right.
That is absolutely nuts. Um,
And I haven't even touched this is sort of the tip of the iceberg as well. There's so much that you can go into because like I said, if you use Microsoft Edge, if you notice the top right-hand corner has that Copilot built in and integrated into the browser itself. So one additional feature is if you go to a website, you can actually click on that and you can get a summary of that entire website um, in the Copilot add-in on the side of the browser as well. And one thing that I absolutely love for work, because we are lucky enough that we actually have the license to be able to do it, but using Microsoft Teams for meetings. And if you actually happen to enter into the meeting late, you can use Copilot to find out, okay, what was just discussed before I got in. So
mm,
it actually summarizes everything. And then if you miss the meeting, it actually will summarize the entire meeting, who said what, who had concerns, what's everything that was said, links to files if there were files, instead of actually sitting there and listening to the entire recording afterwards. So that's another unique Microsoft integration in with Microsoft Teams.
I
That's
actually want to
awesome.
just jump in, and because something else I realized, one of the things that I really like about ChatGPT is that once you give it a prompt, you can continue honing that prompt, and it almost is like you enter into a conversation with the AI. And
Yeah.
so, for my own curiosity, I did an image prompt very similar to the avatars that I have built in Canva for use with thumbnails. And the first set of images it gave me, I'm just looking over here because I'm looking at the images. The first set of images it gave me were more like the chibi style, like anime style, which
Okay.
I'm not a fan of that artistic style. So I wanted to test the waters. So I literally just typed in below it, can you give me other suggestions that mimic more of a steampunk artistic style? Just changed it up a little bit. And it did. It took the original prompt, it removed the chibi style anime, and it went with more of like a steampunk look, but it held all of the other aspects of the prompt. So for those that are wondering, yes, you can continue to dial down into a prompt and it doesn't forget what you mentioned above. The only thing is, and I think, Kevin, you pointed this out. I just want to make sure because I did put it in here. Um, I just want to make sure that people understand this, that you said once you click away from a specific GPT, the prompt is lost unless you then what, copy and paste it onto a document or something to hold it. There's no
Yeah.
save feature inside Copilot, is what you're saying.
Where did I do that? I was able to do that um, because you do have some recent chats on the side.
Okay.
Actually, oh, interesting. I just refreshed my web page, and the recent chats are there.
Oh, they
So
are. Okay.
So if you go back to the GPT on the top right-hand section, it will
Okay.
not show up. But if you refresh your page, it will go to your recent chats that you have. And yeah, you can go back to them and it lists everything. It says, create a cartoon picture of a purple donkey, list 5 different budget-friendly microphones. What are some good healthy meals? Song about content creators connect. So it does
Got it.
save
Okay.
them in your recent.
Beautiful. Okay, so then that covers that. Now, what I want to do is get to some of the questions, and then Manny, if you have others that you didn't type in, I'm going to start with the first thing that came to mind at the beginning, the cost. So you mentioned that there's a free version. You just have to sign up for a Microsoft account.
Yeah.
Do you
And actually,
know, is there
I was
like a
going to,
pricing plan?
I think I put a link in our chat there, Dori, with regards to the Microsoft subscriptions.
Okay, let me go up.
And the link that I went to, it actually points to the Canadian one. So I don't know whether the link that I provided actually points to a US website as well. And then it'll give what the amount actually is.
Okay. Okay.
But
So we have, okay, yeah. So we have, we don't have Microsoft at school. We're a Google school, but I have Microsoft in my computer lab.
okay.
But I have personally, I have a 365 family account. So, okay, so basically, do you know, can you speak a little bit, Kevin, to the differences between using like a free account versus, are you just limited in the number of prompts you can put in?
The number of prompts, the different features as well. There is some difference in terms of what you can and can't do, some of the sort of advanced type of stuff. And I believe the free one, it's definitely not integrated into the Microsoft suite. So you
Gotcha.
would have to
Okay.
have a paid subscription to be able to do that.
Okay. I think one of the other really big things that you mentioned was that Copilot is going to go out and get the most up-to-date information out there on the internet because it's searching real time versus ChatGPT, which is using a database of information that's been uploaded into it. So I thought that was amazing. Like, I
Like
definitely
that,
want to use something that's most up to date.
like the chat GPT that everyone's using is 3.5, which is based on a database from like 2021 or
Right.
2022. But you can actually pay for a subscription for ChatGPT 4 to be able to get connected to the most current. So that's the monetization of ChatGPT, what OpenAI has done.
Okay.
But Microsoft has built that into their own subscription model as well to be able to connect and get the most recent information.
Okay. The next question that popped up for me was, can you customize which GPTs appear on the main screen? Because the ones that I saw when I logged in were different. For example, I don't have a personal shopper one.
Hmm.
I
I wonder if it
have,
based on the subscription you have, maybe it's a personal versus a family type of subscription, because I believe mine is a personal as opposed to a family version.
oh, okay, so you don't have a business,
No.
because there's a work or school account and then there's a personal account. So the personal account is the one that I have.
And yeah, I do have a work one, but that is specifically for work related activities. I don't use it at
Right.
home at all.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering how to add GPTs to that list. Manny, did you, when you opened a Copilot, do you have a personal shopper on the right-hand side or no?
I thought the first time I went to it, I had those prompts, but now I don't think I see it. I only have like shop, right, compare, analyze, laugh, code, asking,
Wait, go
some
to,
suggestions. I just have like Copilot and Notebook.
okay, so on the right-hand side, there's a menu and it'll say chats and it'll say plugins. So under my Copilot GPTs, I have Copilot, Designer, Vacation Planner, Cooking Assistant, and Fitness Trainer.
Hmm. So you're
No,
missing
I
the
don't have
personal
that.
shopper one.
I'm
Interesting.
missing the personal shopper one. Now here it says get Copilot Pro. Oh, that's billed to $20 a month.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know why
know.
I don't have that. I'll just have to dig deeper in it because obviously
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
really
play
use
with
it,
it a
but
little
that's
bit. I
so
was
new
just
to, yeah,
curious
for
Yeah.
sure.
because I couldn't see the personal shopper and I wanted to play with that a little bit.
Yeah, that looked like fun for sure.
Let's see. Clicking away, personal shopper.
Huh.
Uh, Manny, you asked about Dolly, if that's a Microsoft product.
Yeah.
I don't believe so. I think it's sort of like with OpenAI. It's a separate entity, but they're working together with all the different AI companies
Gotcha.
to make it available.
Okay. Um, you brought up a great point here, Manny, about travel agents using this to create travel itineraries. Man, that would be amazing.
I was going to share that with a friend of mine who is a travel agent, and so I was like, "Oh my gosh, if she's taken hours to create something, this is a head start."
Yeah.
So I'm wondering whether she might be using it already.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
ask her for sure.
is there an advantage, Kevin, to using Microsoft Edge versus others? Because I mean, I'm using Firefox right now, and it seems to be working fine.
Just because it's a Microsoft product, Microsoft Copilot integrates well with Microsoft products. So I'm sure you can use it on other browsers, but in terms of the back-end coding of the browser, I'm not too sure how clean and crisp it would actually be. Um, but I know that the Microsoft Edge is based on a Chromium um, coding, which is the same as what Google Chrome is made out of as well. So
Okay.
it's not as old and clunky as Internet Explorer once was. It definitely has sped up. And yeah, using Microsoft Edge, you have um, the add-ins integrated into the browser as well. Whereas I don't think that you can add it into Firefox or into Chrome. And the like the Edge, you have the Copilot there all the time when you're browsing.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think that would be a good place to move over to Kevin for a wrap up. What do you think, Manny?
Sounds great. Great job, Kevin.
Thanks. So, as you can tell, Microsoft Copilot is one of those AI tools to help make us work more efficiently. So, that's just one of many AI tools out there to help you save time. So, feel free to go visit one of our previous streams where we did almost 1 year ago, where I listed or went through 5 AI tools to help you save time. It was posted just like I said, just about a year ago, April 16th of 2023. And Dori's going to drop that link into the YouTube chat so you can go and check it out.
And if you enjoy content like this and are finding it useful, we would absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe. Sharing our content is also a great way to spread the love. Visit our website for information on all the ways you can connect with us at linktr.ee/content creators connect. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and X. Also, as always, we are looking for your input in terms of what you would like to see us cover in the near future. So please drop down in the comments and let us know specifically what questions you have regarding content creation.
My friends, thank you for joining Content Creators Connect, aka C3, tonight as we saw Kevin talk about Microsoft Copilot. We will return next Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will dive into these new Facebook group changes where the third-party apps are being canceled to go live into these groups. And so we're going to dive into what does that mean for you and how are you going to go live into these groups. We will be multicasting live to YouTube, Facebook, and X, so be sure to join us. Until then, we urge you to identify and lean into your 3 C's. Start today creating unique content that builds connections and breaks down those barriers. See you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks for
Bye.
joining.
Bye.